I'm going to show you how you can make a custom behavior pack for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. The things you can change with this behavior pack are going to be things like crafting recipes, loot tables, the ways blocks and items function inside of Minecraft, as well as so much more. The first thing you need to do is go to the link in the description. It should be probably the top one, and that's going to bring you to GitHub, and it's going to bring you to Mojang's GitHub, and then the Bedrock samples one. And these are basically the sample packs you're going to need, and these are going to allow you to make your behavior pack. So what you want to do is you want to find the first full version. So we can take a look at this top one over here. This is a pre-release, and we don't want to be working with pre-releases as that can go wrong occasionally. So you want to scroll down, and here we have one with the latest tag, and as you can see, it isn't a preview, it's a full version, and that's exactly what we want. And you'll see that there's an assets tab here. It might be like this. If it is, then just click on the arrow here, and you want to click on the source code with the zip behind it, because that's the file we're going to need. And it's going to start downloading in the bottom left. It might take a small while though. Around 2 minutes later, here we are, successfully downloaded the pack. As you can see, it's in my downloads right now. And as you can see, this is a .zip file, and we're going to want to extract that. You want to right click on that and then click the extract all option, and then click on extract again. And now depending, and then it's just going to start extracting, yeah, but depending on your OS or the device you're using, you might not actually have that option. And if you do, in fact, not have that option, then you're going to need a program called 7-zip, and it's a really small program, like 7 megabytes, and all it's just going to allow you to do is to extract those items. And we will need to use that program or this function later in this tutorial again as well. Anyways, whilst we're waiting for this to extract, I really quickly also wanted to say that I've got a bunch of other tutorials on this channel as well. I've got one on how to actually make data packs for Minecraft Java Edition, so those are behavior packs but then for Java. And I've also got tutorials on how to make your own texture pack for Bedrock and Java Edition as well. There we go, it's just completed, as you can see over here. Now we have this zip folder and this regular file folder. You can delete the zip, and now if you think you want to do stuff like this more often, then I recommend that you just quickly copy this and save it in another place as well, for example your documents, because we're going to be editing this and changing this and turning this into our pack. And otherwise, if you want to make another one later, then you'll have to re-download and re-extract everything. Yeah. Anyways, as I just said, this is what we're going to be working with. You can drag it to your desktop or anything, any place you want to work with this. I'm just going to probably keep it in my downloads right here. So you want to enter that and then enter this folder as well. Then you're going to see a bunch of things. Basically, these are all important. You can read the README and the license if you want. Basically, we're making a behavior pack, so we can delete everything apart from the behavior pack folder. There we go. That's nice and cleared up right there. And then we can enter the behavior pack folder, and this is where the fun starts. So we're going to do this in 3 parts. Part number 1, we're going to go over these folders, see what we can change with our behavior pack, and actually make the behavior pack itself. And then we're going to go over the manifest and the pack icon as well. Anyways, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining it using loot tables. You can figure the rest of these probably out by yourself as well. Once again, I do also have a specific tutorial on how to make crafting recipes. I'll make in-depth tutorials for everything. This tutorial is basically just on how to actually do it, the basics, and it's honestly not that hard if you kind of know it a bit. So, anyways, basically, as you can see, we got a bunch of folders here. Yeah, and these folders all contain files. And some even contain folders which contain files. Yeah, So let's go over the folders. This is an entities folder. Entities are things like mobs and minecarts and stuff like that. Yeah, then we have the items folder. Items is everything you can find in your inventory. Loot tables. A loot table is basically, think of it as a chest, right? You walk into a bastion and there's a chest there. What's the chance that you get 3 golden apples? Well, the loot table knows, right? And loot tables basically determine the drops you get from chests, as well as mobs. As you see, you can, of course, blocks have loot tables. If you break dirt, you get dirt. Chests have loot tables. If you enter a bastion, you get stuff from your chests, and it's different every time. Entities have loot tables. If you kill a zombie, you get 1 rotten flesh, or 2, or even 3, or maybe you get a carrot even, right? Then equipment as well, and then just for regular gameplay as well. We just have a few things in here like fishing. Of course, fishing has a loot table too, right? What's the chance you get a book with a looting 3 on it? Not very high, but you can find it in the loot table. And recipes, that's basically crafting recipes. You put a log in the crafting table and you get 4 planks, or you put a piece of sand in the furnace and you get glass. Then spawning rules, these are basically just spawning rules determine where mobs spawn. So for example, a bat will only spawn in caves, and a bat will not spawn under the ocean, right? So that's what that determines. And then trading, these are your villager trades. So a mason trades clay, and a butcher trades meat, and not vice versa, right? And you can basically edit all of those, but we're going to be working with loot tables because those are kind of basic, I suppose, and the easiest to work with. And once you get the basics, you'll be able to work with a bunch of other things as well. Yeah, it basically just requires some good reading. So we're gonna go for chests because that's obviously the most interesting, what you get from a chest. Yeah. And now for the files themselves, they're all named really really nicely. So igloo chest, I think that might be the chest that you can find inside an igloo, right? So buried treasure, that's buried treasure chest. Stronghold library, those are the chests that you find in the library of strongholds. Yeah, so it's all pretty simple. So we got that far, yeah, and now there's more folders in here. So it's all really neatly organized, and we can start editing these files. Yeah, that's basically where the fun starts. So I'm going to be doing jungle temple. I don't know, I want to edit it because the loot in jungle temples is trash, and today we're going to change that. Yeah, so it's a JSON file, so I can double click and open this. You can open it with any text editor you want. If you want it to look the exact same as I have here, which is really useful, by the way, you can download a program called Notepad++. You can download it from the internet or from the Microsoft Store as well for free. It's like 5 megabytes, it's tiny, and it'll make it look this nice. But you can probably also open it with Notepad. Word will probably not work, but you can try. So yeah, basically, I'm just going to be explaining this to you guys. And of course, if you don't get something, you can ask in the comments or look it up on the Minecraft wiki. It's really useful as well. So yeah. Anyways, basically, this is the chest for a jungle temple, and first off, let's see what you can get from jungle temples. Yeah, so we can see we can get diamonds, iron ingots, gold ingots, we can get emeralds, we can get bones, yeah, we can get rotten flesh, bamboo, saddles, horse armors, and books. Yeah, and basically, nice. Yeah, it might look really complicated, really intimidating, but it just requires reading. Yeah. This part up here basically means that there's a pool of items that you can get stuff from. Yeah, the rolls, minimum 2, maximum 6. The rolls is the amount of times that you can get something in the chest. So you will have a minimum of 2 items in every jungle temple chest and a maximum of 6 items in every single jungle temple chest. Yeah, makes sense so far, right? Anyways, and these are basically the entries, and now it's just going to be repeating the exact same thing over and over again, but with different items and different variables. Let's take a look at the diamonds. Yeah, so the diamonds, what are they? They're an item. Simple enough, right? Function, what does that mean? It doesn't matter at all. You just need to make sure you read the right stuff. Yeah, with practice, you'll get a lot better at this. And these all look the same. So basically, the loot table of an ocean monument chest, those don't even exist, do they? Anyways, it'll look the exact same as this, but just with different numbers and items. Yeah. Anyways, basically, you can take a look at the count, right? Function, who cares about that? Count, that's what we want to read. Yeah, so there's a Minecraft diamond, and you can get a minimum of 1 diamond and a maximum of 3. Yeah, basically the minimum is always 1. However, that doesn't mean that every single jungle temple chest actually gets 1 diamond. Yeah, it basically means if you roll a diamond, yeah, so it's basically you're throwing a dice, and on every side you have a different thing you can get: a diamond, an iron ingot, a gold ingot, etc. And you roll it 2 to 6 times. That's just random. Yeah, and let's say you roll the diamond. Yeah, you will get a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 3 diamonds. Yeah, simple enough. And let's continue. So, next up we got the iron ingot. Yeah, you will, if you roll the iron ingot, you will get a minimum of 1 iron ingot and a maximum of 5 iron ingots in your chest. Yeah, and you basically roll 2 to 6 times. And you can continue like that for everything else. Now there's another thing down at the bottom over here, and that's the weight. And weight is basically, it's not in percentages, I think, although it might actually be. Actually, yeah, it probably is. But, so basically the weight is the amount of chance that you get something, right? So as you can see, the weight of diamonds is 15, and the weight of iron ingots is 50. This means that there's a much larger chance you're going to get iron ingots instead of diamonds. Yeah, so let's take the dice example once again. And this time, think of it that it's basically a dice, but some sides are bigger than others. Yeah, basically the iron ingot side of our dice is bigger than our diamond side, which means that we have a much larger chance of landing on the iron ingot. And once again, that's determined by the weight. Yeah, so 15, low chance; 50, pretty big chance; 75, even bigger chance; emerald, 10, yeah, so really low. Bone, weight is 100, so there's a really high chance you're going to get a bone. Same for rotten flesh, same for bamboo. Yeah, and then really low chances that you get horse armors, or books. Yeah, and basically we can take a look here at the book as well. This one looks a bit different, and basically it's a book. Yeah, the weight is 6. Cool. There's not a minimum and a maximum because you can only ever get one. Yeah, so basically things get left out. So the min and the max are in this case left out, and basically that's just because it's always 1. Yeah, so if things are redundant, like a minimum of 1, maximum of 1, you don't need to write all that down. So it will get left out. And now we basically just have an enchant with levels function here. I wonder what that means. Maybe it's because they're enchanting the book. So enchanted books, cool. And this is the amount of levels that the book will get enchanted with before being placed or rendered or whatever into your chest. Yeah, so basically, I hope I explained this well. Of course, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I really try and explain it the best I can. And basically, I'm just going to continue now and actually do some work here and show you the way that you might do things. Because you don't need to start typing some gibberish to be able to get your stuff to work. Yeah. It's really not that complicated. Yeah. First off, really quick warning, really important. So this is code, right? If you haven't noticed yet. And basically, it's really important that it's written correctly. So as you can see, behind this diamond, there's a comma. let's say I delete that comma. Now this entire file will no longer work and the game won't read it, and if you change anything in here, then the game won't read it, and then it just won't work. Yeah, so make sure you only touch the stuff you are supposed to touch. Yeah. Anyways, basically, we can change things. Yeah, so diamond, let's say the weight of that is going to be 100. Yeah, so whoa, now there's a really big chance we're gonna get a diamond in our chest. Cool, we changed something. That's pretty sick. And we're gonna do the same thing to the bones. I don't want bones, I don't care for bones, so I'm gonna make the weight of that 15. Pretty nice. Now I won't get my chests cluttered with bones all the time. Yeah. So basically you can do stuff like that. A minimum of 1 diamond, that's not a lot. Let's have a minimum of 4. There we go. And a maximum of 8. Ah, that's pretty nice. I'm liking this a lot more already. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and do something else. So, rotten flesh right over here. Pretty cool, but I don't want rotten flesh in my chest. I want a bookshelf. There we go. Bam. Now, instead of getting rotten flesh, I will get bookshelves in my jungle temple chests. Don't ask me why it's bookshelves, but it is. Yeah, and I don't want a minimum of 3, I want a minimum of 4 and a maximum of 5. Basically, just changing things to show you guys how this can work. And yeah, that's kind of it. You can change stuff as much as you want. I'm finished changing this for now, so I can hit Ctrl S to save it, or go over to File and save it from there. And now this is being saved. Yay, oh my god, that's so cool. And now we basically made ourselves a data pack. And you can go ahead and change other stuff. So the dispenser trap is obviously the one inside of a jungle temple. And as you can see, you will always get 2 items inside of it. Yeah. And you'll it's always going to be an arrow, because it's the only thing you can get from it is an arrow. Yeah, so you're going to get a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 7 arrows inside the dispenser trap inside of a jungle temple. Pretty cool. Yeah, basically you can change as much stuff as you want. Go over to ancient cities and change the weight of enchanted golden apples to 2 million. Probably don't do that. Just 100. Ctrl S to save. Now you're gonna get so many golden enchanted apples. Oh my god! So that's pretty cool, right? And you can do that to loot tables of chests. You can do it to the loot tables of entities. So we have a bat here, and a bat drops nothing. Pretty cool. We have a cow here, and a cow drops leather and beef. Let's see, I want a minimum of 64. Actually 60 and a maximum of 64 beef. There we go. Let's save that. Now cows are going to give us a lot of beef. Basically, you can just go through here like that, change anything you want to change, yeah? And now I'm just going to go back here, and I'm done changing everything. Yeah, I don't want to change anymore. You can change more if you want. Cool, right? Anyways, the next thing you want to do is basically, I didn't change any recipe spawn rules, trades, entities, or items, so I can go ahead and just delete those folders. It'll save a bit of storage, and it'll make the pack just run a bit smoother. So generally, you do want to delete things you don't change. As you can see, looks a lot cleaner already. Your pack will function, but do this either way. And basically, that was the loot tables part. Now we can move on with part number 2, and don't worry, this one's going to be a lot shorter than part 1, and that's the manifest right over here, and you can open that up just like you've been opening up your loot tables or recipes or other JSON files. And what you'll find here is all this good stuff, and we need to change a few things to be able to import this into Minecraft. Basically, What the manifest.json file is when you try and import your pack, Minecraft is going to read this, and Minecraft's going to realize this is a pack, this is a pack, this is a pack, and it's just going to, allow you to actually import it. Yeah, once again, same thing with the loot tables. Accidentally delete a comma here, it's not going to work. Except for now, Minecraft is just not going to be able to import it, right? And it's just going to give you an error. So really watch out for that. Anyways, a few steps here. Step number 1, you want to go over to this dependencies part and just delete these lines. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines in total, just like that. Make sure you leave that bottom curly bracket there. It's very important. You want to keep that, and delete this comma as well. So you want to make sure that this part looks exactly like so. Yeah, once again, otherwise it might not work. Next, we can start changing some stuff. Yeah, so the description, this is going to be the description of your pack. Make sure you type it in between the quotation marks, of course. You can basically just have it as anything. Well, maybe not that. But yeah, basically you can make your description anything. This is going to show up into Minecraft. This is going to show up inside of Minecraft when you import your pack. Yeah, same thing with the name. Make sure you're typing in between the quotation marks once again. And basically what these are just the standard names. But we can call it anything you want. So I can call this It's Me. Wow. 64's custom loot tables. You can call your pack anything you want, basically. Let's make that a capital letter. Anyways, once you have your name and your description, you don't have to have them. You can leave them empty or whatever. You want to copy your description here and paste it over this bottom one. Just make sure that the top description and the bottom description are the same. Yeah. And now, before we get ready to exit this file, we actually need to do one more thing, and that is to do with the UUIDs over here. So just like with the description and the name, we have a UUID as well, and they're in between the quotation marks. So delete everything in between the quotation marks there, and on the bottom, you want to do that too. What is a UUID, you may ask? Well, a UUID is a universally unique identifier. And basically what this is this allows Minecraft to see that, hey, not only are you importing a pack, but you're importing a pack that you made, a different pack, a pack that can be imported and activated in specific worlds. Yeah, it just allows Minecraft to run your pack. You want to go into the description, and you want to go to online, the online UUID generator tool, and once you load it up, you're just going to find a UUID. Yeah, you can refresh and you'll get a new one, basically. Copy your UUID, just like this, and then you want to head back into your file, and then in between the quotation marks, paste it, just like that. Now, don't use the same one on the top and bottom. Once you have the bottom one, go back, refresh the page, copy a new one, just with that copy button, really easy, and then paste it in between the quotation marks over here. Don't try and save 10 seconds by using the same one on the top and bottom, because trust me, it won't work, and it'll cost you a lot more than 10 seconds. Anyways, with that changed, and with everything else you wanted to changed, you can hit Ctrl S to save it, or go over to File and save it from there. Now, I just quickly did want to tell you guys, as I have said before, the most common mistakes are the ones in the manifest file. Yeah, if you just accidentally remove this comma here, totally not on purpose, accidentally, then it's just really, really unlucky. You're going to try and import your pack in 5 minutes, and Minecraft will not recognize it as a pack. Minecraft will give you an error, and that can really, really suck. Yeah? So basically, if you are getting an error, just make a mental note of what I'm about to say. Yeah, if you are getting an error when you import your pack into Minecraft, go back to right here, whatever this time of the video is, and compare. Put these next to each other, 1 to 1. your manifest file and mine. Make sure that this curly bracket is there, this square bracket is there, this comma is there, etc, 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 etc. You know, you get the idea. Make sure they're the exact same, and you will probably find a mistake. And if you do, then you know that your problem has been solved. Of course, also talk to me in the comments, that kind of stuff, if you want. We can save it because we're done here, and we're done with a UID generator as well. Now, finally, we're moving on to the pack icon. And the pack icon that's here, standard, is the Minecraft grass block. It's just a standard pack icon. All packs will have it. But that's boring, right? Now, this step is optional. But if you're not boring, you're going to go ahead and change your pack icon so we can delete the existing pack icon and then paste in our own image. In this case, it's my channel logo because it's beautiful. Not really, but I made it myself. Okay. So basically, this is it. It's an image, cool. It's not the pack icon yet though. We need to change a few things to be able to actually make this the pack icon. First things first, you want to go ahead and just open this up into any image editor you have. Paint 3D works perfectly fine, and basically you just want to make sure that your image is completely square. If it is not square, it's either going to get cut off or stretched inside of Minecraft, and you probably don't want that, so just make sure it's square. Mine is perfectly fine. Next, what you want to do is go ahead and rename this and call this pack_icon. Yeah, nothing else, just pack_icon. Yep, and basically no capital letters, no spaces, and nothing. And what that's going to do is it's going to tell Minecraft, look, this is the pack icon, so make it the pack icon. Yep, and then there's one other thing we actually need to do as well, and that also has to do with the name, that is with this JPG part over here. You might have JPG there, you might have something else. Either way, you want to go over to View, Show, and make sure that file name extensions is ticked. Yeah, now depending on your OS, this might look different, this menu, stuff like that. Either way, you want to make sure that you can see file name extensions. If you can see the JPG or whatever else is there, you're good. Yeah, basically, you want to delete the JPG or whatever it is and replace it with .png. Now, you might have already actually had .png there, and if you did, perfect, you don't need to do this. Now, if you change the file name extension, your device will tell you that it might become unusable. We can just click on yes here because as you can see, we can open this up and it is still perfectly usable. So that's great. Now that this is packicon.png, it's the perfect pack icon, and Minecraft will like this very much, and they'll import it for us. Yeah. So now our behavior pack is finished, and we can actually work on importing it directly into Minecraft. Yeah, and to do that, what you want to go ahead and do is go over to this behavior pack folder. We entered it earlier, and it's the folder that brings you here. Yeah, it's called behavior pack. What you want to do is right click on this and then click on compress the zip file, and this might give you a little bit of a deja vu about something we did in the very beginning of the video. We extracted a large zip file and turned it we turned it into a regular file folder, and now we're doing the opposite. We're taking a file folder and we're turning it into a zip file. Once again, you might need something like 7-zip for this. However, this is perfectly fine. Yeah, we got it. And this is obviously going to take no time at all because this is so much smaller. And basically, you can call this anything you want. So I'm going to call it It's Me 64's custom loot tables because that's what I called it earlier too. You can have spaces, capital letters, that's all fine. And now, if you followed along with the pack icon making, you'll be in the know of the very last step that we need to complete. Yeah, so if you didn't watch the pack icon part because you didn't add a pack icon, you want to go over to View, Show, and make sure that file name extensions is ticked. Depending on your OS, this might look different. Either way, you want to make sure that you can see file name extensions. In this case, our file name extension is .zip. Yeah, and we want to go ahead and go over to rename, remove the .zip from the end, and add .mcpack. Just like that. That is spelled MCPACK. Then we'll get this pop-up, click on yes, and now you'll know that you did everything correctly if under the type bit over here it says McPack, and if you did it correctly too, as you can see, this is now a grass icon. The icon of your pack is a grass icon. That means that if we double click on this, Minecraft is automatically going to launch, and our pack is going to automatically import as well. How cool is that? And now for this, you do of course need to make sure that you have Minecraft Bedrock Edition fully running and installed on your device. Anyways, as you see, import started and successfully imported It's64's custom loot tables. That is so cool. Okay, now you will probably have imported your pack. Yeah, and we can just go ahead, go over to play here. This is my redstone testing world. So to enable your pack, go into this edit part right here. Yeah, you can do this on any world. Then go over to behavior packs right over here. It's going to be at the very bottom. And then you want to click on my packs here, and you'll find your pack with the name you gave it and the description you gave it as well. You can click on activate right there. Very nice. Now you might have other stuff in the active tab already. Basically in that case, make sure that yours is at the very top. That way it has the most priority. If it's not at the top, it might get overridden by something and it might not work. Yeah, that's also generally the case with behavior packs. If you have like 5 enabled and they all change the same things, they're just going to override each other, and you don't want that. Also, quickly, in this new GUI here for creating worlds, when you create your world, you can also go over to behavior packs here, second to last tab, and you will be able to find your things here. So It's64's custom loot tables. Click on this activate bit there, and then under the active tab, it's going to be right there. I'm too lazy to go find myself a jungle temple, but anyways, let's go ahead and test out the pack, shall we? So remember, I changed the cows to drop a lot of beef. You can see here my inventory is empty. Let's just kill this cow right here. Let's collect the stuff. That's 60 beef and 2 leather. Let's kill this one. How much beef is that? That was yeah, another 62. That was another 60 beef. And what was that? That was a 64 beef drop from a cow. Pretty cool, isn't it? Basically just proof that this stuff works. You know, that's how it works. You change the cows and you get more beef. Genetically modified them, I guess. Anyways, you can actually download the pack I made in today's video. It's64's custom loot tables. You can download that through the description. If you want some sort of reference pack or something, maybe you might like that, then feel free to download that through the description. I'll also put a link, well, links in the description, because I actually make a bunch of behavior packs, as well as data packs, as well as texture packs for Minecraft, and you can go ahead and check those out. It would mean quite a lot. If you could just go ahead and check those out. If you like them, download them, use them. I know, do whatever you want with them. But, you know, for right now, I guess that's kind of it. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.